Welcome to this week's edition of Fridays in the Field. I'm Susan Littlefield. We're outside of Suprise, Nebraska, where we're going to be talking to Tom and Devin Vodicka. It's being brought to you by FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank. So we are fortunate in this neck of the woods to have gotten some much needed rain, timely rains. Now we're waiting for another shower to move through, which will help the crops. Not a lot of pivots have run in this area, which has been good for producers that have to irrigate, but even better for some of these dryland fields. As we bring both Tom and Devin into the conversation, let's talk about your dryland crops, because Mother Nature's been pretty kind to you lately with rain.
Yes, they have. It's been very timely rains and good.
So tell me what you guys are seeing as you walk out and look at the dryland fields. What are any surprises considering how hot and humid it has been?
Everything, as far as we're concerned, everything in ours looks really good right now. I mean, the beans are starting to come around. Finally got them sprayed, and they're coming out of the early stages of bean growth, and they're starting to really look nice.
You got some of the better looking bean crops in the area. I mean, I noticed canopies are starting to close, and they look really good and thick.
We got a good stand. They come up really nice. They were a slow start, but they're looking really good now.
What has been some of the biggest concerns you've had, though, with your dryland fields?
Not too many concerns right now. Just hopefully get more timely rains and keep them going.
So how does the corn look on your dryland?
It's still looking good. We'll see after this 100-degree day if it starts curling up or anything. But other than that, everything's looking good.
I'm sure by the first of next week there'll be a few pivots started up if we don't catch the rain.
Yep.
So both, you have kind of a combination of dryland and irrigated. How's the irrigated crops looking at this point?
Yeah, very good. Dryland looks just as good as irrigated, so can't complain about much right now.
You know, we got real good, everything come up really nice. So we got really good stands, so we're looking pretty good so far. If we can catch some rains and stay away from the hail and the windstorms and the green snap, we should be all right.
How about the seed corn?
Seed corn looks good. There's a little dampening off and stuff from the rain, just water puddling up and stuff. Other than that, they're looking pretty good.
Had some weed concerns. We got some chemicals in this hot weather. Doesn't like to work too good, so we got a few weeds, so we're cultivating a little corn that we normally wouldn't cultivate, but just to take care of some weeds, and hopefully it'll get us through harvest. So
it's kind of a double-edged sword, because you want the heat and the humidity to get this crop to grow, but then it causes concerns with being able to control weeds.
Exactly, yes. Like weeds, they don't like to absorb the chemical when it's, gets up that, 90, 95 degree temperature. So we didn't get to.
Earlier you had said that it wasn't top of your list. What are some of the things that you have on the top of the list of concerns or things that you're happy to see when you look at the crops?
Well, weed control, for one. In our beans, so far we got good weed control on our beans. We're still able to use XtendiMax this year, which is a very good product, which they're talking about maybe trying to take away from us. Hopefully they don't, but it works really good. We like it in our operation.
Looking at you talked about the weeds. Are there certain weeds that you are having more issues with this year because of the way the weather's been so far?
Water hemp, that's mainly our worst one. So it's a lot of resistant ones out there. So there are a lot of escapes.
So are you guys your own crop scouts, or do you work with a certified crop advisor?
We get Servitech for our seed corn, and we do our own for the rest of our stuff.
So what advice would you have, Tom, because you're a father-son duo, and working alongside your son as, co-workers, but also still being the parent? What advice would you give to other parents out there who've got a child that really wants to come back and farm with them?
Well, it's a different scenario. I mean, my son, when he started, we was back in the $6, $7 corn range, which made it sound really, really nice. And now we're back in the below $3 corn stuff. So it's challenging. It makes it tough to live on, smaller incomes than you're used to for a while. But it's like I told him, I said, we've been going through that for 35 years. There's years you make money, there's years you don't, and you just stretch it out, and hopefully everything turns out in the end. It's a good life.
What do you like about farming with Dad?
Yeah, get to see him every day, mostly. Sometimes good. Usually always good. There's always the interesting days, but most of the time it works out really good. I think we get along pretty good.
Well, we'll be back in about another 6 weeks. We'll see how much taller the corn has gotten and what those soybeans look like in Butler County, just outside of Surprise. Thanks again to both Tom and Devin Vodicka for joining us today. It has been Fridays in the Field, being brought to you by FNBO. Great Big Small Bank.